Okay, that's finishing up that little bit of dressing up there. I got good news and bad news. First, the good news. I got a 4-foot bull float off Craigslist for 40 bucks. I made it there, got that yard done and made it there just in time because he had other people calling about it with the extension. So that's awesome. But then when I was pulling out his drive, I thought to check my lights, and guess what? They didn't work. So that means the Radnor primer test is a fail. The copper weld true primer. And actually, when I pulled in and I was fixing to shoot this video, they did work. So they work and then they don't work, and I can't have that. So I'm gonna see if I can. Okay, see there? I unscrewed it and then re-screwed it, and then all of a sudden they're working again. Okay, I'm done with testing. I want to do whatever gives me the highest probability of it working every time. So at this point, I'm gonna add a ground up here. Is nick the ground. Go ahead and disconnect it. See, it should be grounded through the hitch ball, but you know, you can't rely on that ground. You gotta get it hot enough for it to flow in. So you don't want a cold solder joint. It's so windy out here, my soldering iron gets cold. Okay, so now it's working right at this moment. So I'm going to do the same thing back here. I'm going to replace the screw with the bolt, which lets me tighten it lets me get a little tighter and it's a little bit more surface area. Hopefully that'll fix it and move on to something else. All right, I think I fixed the lights. So I'm going to work on this here. Before I had my little spare tire for my trailer sitting right there. Well, I didn't like it there. I want to put it underneath. So I found a washer and a bolt, and I think I can put it underneath here and run the bolt up through the center hole of the wheel and put it up through. I want to weld this bolt to this washer because then you're dealing with too many floppy things. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get that on there. It's still hot. I moved it back. It was on these studs here, and to get it up tighter on the frame, I moved it back. That'll work, I think. All right, I'm trying to build that shelf I talked about the other day. I'm going to use this pallet wood from Lowe's. It was free. It has that groove in it that I can also use to catch stuff. So I'm going to put two side by side I'm going to bore a hole through them, and I'm going to weld this all thread on here and slide the boards on to make the shelf. And I've already got my all thread cut for that side and a ground location ground down. These are cut long. I'll trim them after I get the shelf on. One thing I have to do is try to keep them as square and level as possible, because the board has to slide on, you know. And I may have to bore the holes a little extra and stuff, but if those two bolts sticking out are not parallel, that'll be real difficult to slide the board on. And then after the boards are there, then I can drill the holes on the boards, and then that could locate my air tool equipment where they have a place to be without getting knocked off the shelf all the time. Okay, I got it sitting on a bucket. I'm ready to mark it. So I've got it the way I want it, is down that direction, and I'm just gonna mark where the things are. They fit pretty good for the W fittings, and I'm going to convert everything to W fittings in the end. So that's a W, that's not. Yeah, see the size difference, you know. But anyway, I got that shelf done. It's just loose floating right now because I'm not sure if I want another board in there or if I want to leave it out away from the pegboard. But I also then have those little grooves to put, you know, like these. If I didn't want to drill a hole for these, then I can just lay them in there and they won't be falling out everywhere. But anyway, that's done. On to the next thing.